never thought I'd see the day. Welcome to AJ's Rant Room. I'm AJ. So, a chapter of Black Lives Matter in New York and some Trump supporters got together last week to protest vaccine mandates. This is the stuff that I was talking about. But of course, with things like this, there's always some kerfuffle about who shot John, who did what, who did what. Here's the thing. We're all guilty of it. I don't care if you're left, right, center, Republican, Democrat, Jews for Jesus. I don't give a damn what you are. We're all guilty of it to a degree. So we'll take the most fringe aspect of any group. In this particular case, we'll take Trump supporters and Black Lives Matter. We'll take the fringes of those groups and make that the highlight reel for every member of the group. And it's fucked up on both sides. I'm gonna keep it 100. So when people say, oh, BLM was burning down cities and destroying statues and mugging people and killing people, and then you sit here as a person who's in the center, and I'm looking at my friends who went out and protested, and I look at my friends who may agree with some factions of BLM, and these are hardworking people who pay taxes, who are not violent, who when they did go out there, they weren't blowing shit up and acting crazy. So I can't say that I 100% stand behind that. And in fact, as a person who's even driven through a couple of these protests, there was nothing going on but a bunch of pushback on whatever problems they were having in that moment. So I can't ride 100%. So yes, is there a fringe faction of BLM that got a lot of press for the fucked up shit that they did? Absolutely. But I firmly believe that the overwhelming majority of people who stand or believe in the BLM statement in general, not so much the organization, are good people. Now let's flip it over to the Trump side. Trump supporters are racist, they're crazy, they're in a cult. All of this bullshit, right? Now, as a person who knows a lot of Trump supporters, several Trump supporters, I can say that that's wrong. Now, is there a fringe group of idiots? Yes, they've come into my DMs. They've sent me monkey emojis. They've called me the N-word. Do I then make that applicable to every Trump supporter? No, that's stupid. Because I know, based on personal experience, that the overwhelming majority of people that I come across in that world are not like that. It's called a fringe group. And both sides need to cut the fuckery and understand that this is not about BLM and Trump right now. This is about America and Americans coming together to protect their damn civil liberties. Big Pharma is in everybody's pockets. The fact that you have ads running around the clock on every damn network advocating for this vaccination, someone paid for that? That wasn't done out the kindness of the heart of these networks saying, hey, we're just going to give you free ad space. No! You paid millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to make that happen. You have celebrities being paid to advocate for this vaccine. You think they care about you? No, they're being paid to do this. Period. So when your favorite athlete or your favorite singer, dancer, performer, whatever, is advocating for this, just know they got a check to do that. They're not doing this out the kindness of their hearts. Let's be clear on that. So for me, there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance. And the fact that we mock people for religious exemptions and personal exemptions, this mandate, it doesn't make sense. It's like, and then here we go with these surface level arguments. Well, you take prescriptions for your doctor's time. Let me be very clear. I have rejected prescriptions. I've rejected surgeries. I've rejected when I was touring as a dancer. I did something funky with my shoulder. They tried to give me shots for that. I said, nope, you're not giving me cortisone and any other shot to make me feel sexy and great, because I know once this wears off, I'm going to be in agony. And no one's going to be there to help me, you know? So I've rejected prescriptions. And I'll give you one prime example. I'll keep it 100%. My hair started to thin right here in the front. I said, oh my gosh, my vanity, you know? We are all vain, men, women, I don't care what you are. We all have a degree of vanity. So my vanity kicked in. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I can't lose my hair. So I went to my doctor. I said, is there something you could give me? He gave me these little pills, these tiny pills. I forgot what the pills, the prescription. But I went and picked up the prescription. I took it home, and I saw that these were these tiny pills. They were like, but the dosage said to cut the pill into fourths. So I have to cut a pill that's this small into a quarter of itself? Make that make sense way. So of course, I Google schmoogle, looked up the prescription, looked up the medication, and looked up the side effects and the possible, complications I could have. And the main complication was prostate cancer. I could have a head full of hair. I'm gonna try to keep this PC. I can have a head full of hair and have to go through surgeries and chemos and all of that, or I could just find another way to do this, or just allow my hair to do what it's gonna do naturally. I didn't take the prescription nonetheless. So, my body, my choice, right? And I find that funny how that phrase just went out the window with this vaccination, because I love how when it comes to abortion, my body, my choice. Don't tell me what to do with my body together. Which to a degree I can actually agree with you and have a good discourse on that. But when it comes to this, when it comes to getting this vaccination, it's, oh my God, you should die if you don't get it. You should be excluded from society. You can't participate in social activities. You can't even take airplanes at this point. Or at least that's coming. I'm telling you, it's already, Dianne Feinstein introduced the legislation. So to make it mandatory on domestic flights for people to have either COVID vaccination proof or a negative test. It's absurd at this point. It's absurd at this point, and it's unacceptable at this point. And I don't understand some folks' blatant willingness to give up their rights and civil liberties over something like this. I can't even think of something that I would give up my rights and civil liberties for. So, but a vaccination? No, we're good. We're good. And these people who are caping for this vaccination so hard, they're paid warriors. They're paid to do this. Again, follow the money. Look at how people move. Why would Congress be exempt? Why would they be? But all of a sudden, medical industry, the military, corporations that have more than 100 employees, they're affected. But Congress can keep their jobs. And then this whole thing with Dr. Fauci saying that we possibly may not, he don't know about Christmas. Nigga, I'm gonna have Christmas. Let's be clear. And let's also be clear, politicians, particularly congressional members, they had Christmas last year, trust me, believe you. They got together, they got with their families, they had the holidays, all of that stuff. So I don't wanna hear anything. The government, shut the fuck up. Big government is not the solution. The bigger the government gets, the lower the quality of life gets for the citizens. And we have template after template after country, after Cuba, after Venezuela to show us. Wake up, people. Because the more power you give the government, by the time you realize that you have willfully given away your civil liberties, it is going to be hell, high water, and God knows what else to get that shit back. And you probably won't be able to get it back. So be vigilant, be smart. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, support a brother. See you in the next video. Peace.